My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the holy word of God of 17th October 2021, the 29th Ordinary Sunday. The focus of our reflection: a true leader is a disciple of the Lord. One who does not follow the Lord cannot lead the followers. Human history has been a story of power struggles and conflicts. The operating principle has been domination. The means have been subjugation and suppression. All this has been in the name of asserting and exercising their authority. The aim is to prove and acquire greatness over others. What is seen in all this struggle and conflict is a false concept of greatness and a wrong way of gaining it. Today, the Lord is teaching us a new way of being great, the right way of achieving and living it. That is why He says clearly, "It shall not be so among you." So, in the first place, are we different from the worldly way of greatness? If we also follow the same wrong principles of greatness, then what is the difference of us as the followers of Christ? Behind all this power struggle and hunt for greatness through domination, there is one thing essentially lacking. This causes all this distortion, and that is humility. When humility is lacking in regard to God, to others, and to one's own self, then there is this fall into falsity. Failing in humility with regard to God means that one is not aware of God's greatness, holiness, and goodness. Such an awareness makes one aware of his own contrasting littleness, unholiness, and evilness. This contrast will surely guard him against all layers of false dignity and self glory. Before the might, sanctity, and benevolence of God, who is He? How unworthy He is? How much He is inadequate? What is there to pride or boast about? Failing in humility with regard to others implies an approach that belittles and despises others. It fails to treat others with respect and equity. It fails to recognize that each person carries an inviolable respectability and honor, irrespective of his social standing or riches. It labels and stigmatizes others as worth or unworth, as big or small, as important or insignificant. Failing in humility with regard to one's own self indicates a false self image. One refuses to see himself as he is, very specially not accepting his own fragility and imperfections. With a blown up image, one rates himself better, greater, and higher than others, especially in terms of the material, intellectual, and social levels. Therefore, unless one realizes and overcomes these three aspects of failures of humility, he cannot arrest his seeking false greatness that runs on domination and subjugation. This invites us to the only remedy and antidote that can heal the situation, that is, the imitation of Christ, especially in his humility and selfless service. Even though Son of God himself, yet he did not cling on to his equality with God, but he humbled and emptied himself, taking upon himself the form of a servant. He declares quite explicitly, I came to serve and not to be served. Thus, he shows the true concept and path of greatness. Greatness consists not in domination but self donation, not in subjugation but rejuvenation, not in suppression but submission, not in subordination but coordination, not in degradation but upgradation, and not in discrimination but dignification. And now, the direction and the directive for our life, that true greatness is in humility and service, is a great challenge against all the present power corruption in lording over others with a sense of false status and shallow dignity. It is high time to humble ourselves in selfless service.